Hello, everyone. This is Monsef Afkar, and thank you so much for joining us in this new call of Your Divine Uniqueness. So happy to have you with us, as always, whether you are here on the live call or later on replay. And yeah, also very happy and very excited that Laurie Reyon is back on the show. She joined us a few years ago, and really loved the experience we had with her and Master Puddah. It was quite inspiring, quite powerful. So very happy that she's back. And for those of you who are new to her, she is internationally known inter-species communicator, soul healer, and universal channel. So today the call will be about the power and healing abilities of whales and dolphins. So Laurie will be discussing that, and also she will be sharing a channeled message for the audience, for the group, from the dolphins and whales. And also later, toward the end of the call, she will guide us on whale guided meditation. And also, as always, we'll have a Q&A, so you can ask Laurie your questions. For that, if you are on Zoom, you can press react or reaction, then raise hand to ask your question. And if you are on the phone, you can press *9. And also you can type your questions on the chat boxes on Zoom and on YouTube. And yeah, so that's Laurie. Welcome back to the show. Happy to have you with us.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm excited to share information with everyone about the dolphins and whales.
Wonderful. Beautiful. And yeah, before that, I would love if you can tell us about your work and yourself, just for those of you who are listening to you for the first time.
About the work that I do, you said?
Yes.
I couldn't really hear you. Are you asking about my work?
Yes. I'm not sure because you don't hear me well. Maybe you can increase the volume on your. Okay.
Yeah, my volume is all the way up. So, okay. Well, I started out as a young person as an animal communicator, and I didn't really realize that wasn't something that everybody did. It certainly is something everyone can learn, but as a young person, I didn't really understand that. So I guess you could say I was born telepathic with animals. So I spent a great share of my time talking to my horses and cats and dogs, and looking forward to when I grew up, I would become a veterinarian. And I grew up in rural Nebraska. And as time went on, the Buffalo Bills Wild West show and Congress of Rough Riders was brought back to life from the earlier years, and it took place in North Platte, Nebraska. So I auditioned to be in that show, and I was hired as a dancer, and also to travel with the show later with my horse. And they trained me to be a trick rider on my horse. So I was having the time of my life. I had a lot of fun, and I came to Los Angeles. I think I was like a sophomore in high school at the time, traveling with the show. And I said, part of me knew this is where I want to be. So I found my place, and I worked with the producer of the show who played Buffalo Bill to be my father, so I could transfer to go to high school, out in California. And my mom was, I was sort of old for my age. I was mature. I didn't like doing kid stuff. I really wanted to grow up, fast, go to college and so forth. So she helped me, and I ended up moving to Burbank, California, and launching off from there. I finished high school and went to college in LA, and turned out that I didn't really resonate with veterinary medicine like I thought I would, and I didn't really understand it at the time. My body just didn't want to do it. Now I realize now that I was destined to learn about energy medicine and natural healing. And of course, that was a few years later. So because I was in LA, I went on to become a dancer and a choreographer, and for almost 20 years, I had a big performing arts center, gymnastics center, and I was very successful in that. And then I had a near-death experience in '94, which changed everything and showed me about my telepathy and my gift, and sort of what my potential mission would be if I chose to come back to Earth and use it. So I moved to Baja, Mexico soon after that, and I started communicating with the dolphins that would come to my house every day. And they taught me so many things. And I was at that time with an earlier incarnation of Master Puddah. And she would sit next to me on this little deck, and the dolphins would come right up and talk to us every day. These three beautiful dolphins. And she explained to me that they wanted to teach me about their language and why they're here. So I was overjoyed to be in, I guess you'd say, dolphin school for a period of time. And then later I ended up being contacted by the whales. That was in 2008, I think. Yeah, and I started working with the whales as well, which is a completely different vibration. It's much higher in the sense of the communication. They don't speak, at least to me, in light sentences like the dolphins do. The dolphins basically speak English. They speak, to talk to dolphins for me is just like talking to you. The whales, it's more esoteric. It's very blissful. It's very heaven-like. They are here, of course, as emissaries of God to clear the waters, to hold the Akashic records, and um, they're the planetary elders. So over time, I started to work with them, and I learned healing modalities that they wanted to teach me to help people clear their bodies of different things. And that led to studying light body activations, which I'll talk about in a little bit. That happened in 2012 when the white whales came back to the planet through walk-ins. So that's been the last probably 24 years of my life has been working mainly with dolphins and whales, but also as an animal communicator and a life path coach for people that want to learn to talk to their guides or just want a session with their guides, that want to communicate with their guides. So I very much enjoy helping people restore their telepathy in all different ways. And we're busy. It's a happy time.
Yeah. Beautiful. Thank you so much, Laurie,
Yeah.
for sharing your story.
Yeah.
And you talked a little bit about the difference between the dolphins and whales and the way they communicate. Also, I would love if we can go deeper in that, and what are the different ways they are here to co-create with us or support us in our journey or healing journey.
What do you do now with the dolphins other than just take people out on the boats to see them and have fun with them, to play with them, experience the joy, is that the dolphins have explained that they are the planetary epigeneticists. And their focus, even though if you're not aware of it, is to work with you and your DNA. There are 12 strands of DNA. Some of you may not know that, some of you do. And they have the capability, with your permission, and you're working with your higher self, to calibrate the DNA that's in your body, the organizing principles or the mechanisms of your body. And so over time, we've created the Whale and Dolphin Energy Medicine School in different modules. And the first module is working with the big humpback whales who are here for humanity. The second module is working with bottlenose dolphins who are ascended and how they come in and work with us to calibrate particular strands of DNA and what they're doing. And then the third part is, of course, combining those for the greater good and getting the person that's being worked on more involved in communication with the dolphins and whales. So I would say the dolphins are the primers. They're like the teachers, and the whales are more like the professors. They're holding this very, very high presence. And there's a lot of people on the planet now, more and more all the time, that do communicate with whales. But basically, we're all receiving information about how we can create our light bodies now and start to return to a higher vibration, which will prepare us for moving into the fifth dimension and even higher. So here's a little quote you might like. This is the whales. It's time to accelerate your transition as a physical human into reclaiming your own divine life blueprint. This is known as the avatar. So as we expand our consciousness and come into self-awareness, we can remember that we as humans have the potential to access true mastery in our lives. We have the potential to become a superhuman as we move into intentional evolution from the place of being a conscious creator. So they speak of morphogenetic changes, meditations, and activations. And they work directly with Master Cat Puddah, who is an aspect of the soul of Seth, very, very old soul. That's basically a cosmologist. So they work together, and Puddah, or Seth, in the sense of the aspect, is really, really easy for people to talk to. She's traveled with me. She did for 17 years all over the world, basically, and very friendly, works on people on their physical body, enjoys sitting in front of a camera or up on stage all day long and talking. And of course, I'm her voice, but she's really connected to who the dolphins and whales are, as many of the animals are. So It's about coherence, and it's about connecting the heart to the pineal gland, which is the way your telepathy is activated. It's moving out of the mind and into the heart. So the whales say, as we awaken to the truth of who we really are, we also then can remember the ancients on our planet who have been here from the beginning, or the great whales. They are the elders, and they offer us an opportunity as humans to unlock the mechanisms within us and open the crystalline seals. So if you've studied DNA at all, you know there are this layers of energy around each strand of DNA. There's actually 12 substrands within one strand. And I can use a metaphor like electrical wiring, perhaps. If you look at electrical wiring, one is green, one's blue, one's yellow, and so forth. They have this casing around them. Well, in the case of our DNA, it's called the crystalline energy. And as we open it, it connects to the Akashic records, and it connects to how you can become the keeper of the codes of creation that you already carry, that you're probably not aware of. So, and it also connects you to your galactic ancestors, who are the star family. Nobody's from Earth. We're all sort of camping here. So more and more people are waking up to wanting to know who they are, where they're from, and what gifts do they bring to the planet for their mission. And of course, all of this is coded in the DNA, and the dolphins can really, really help us there. So there's a little piece of it. Is that helpful?
Yes, yes, absolutely. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Sure.
And also another question, like how do they see like the current energies? Because sometimes it's very accelerating, but at the same time, because as you say, it feels like we are moving from like one reality to the other, and sometimes it can be confusing. It's like there is some kind of attachment to things that we were used to, and maybe fear toward the unknown, a new way of being and creating.
Oh, I'm not sure I understand what the question is. Could you say the question again?
How do they see the transition we are going through right now as humanity?
Well,
So,
they're
yeah.
supportive of the changes that we're going through, and they're absolutely available to help you to move out of any kind of chaos or what we would call duality. Our whole structure of at least our society here where I live is basically based on competition. It's like you have to be smart to get a good job and make money, and compete with other people for resources. And the whales and dolphins too, they teach that that's a lie. That duality is an illusion, and that there's always been enough resources for everyone. There's been enough food and water and medicine. That what we're lacking is how to be in the heart and learning how to share with others. So they're the epitome of compassion, basically, and just such great, great love. And as they express this great love for us as aspects of the divine, the blocks that you have in your physical body and in your emotional body just kind of melt away. And of course, all of this is done with permission of your higher self. The whale can't knock on the door and come in and say, "Here, let me heal you." They have to have your permission. So once they have the permission, then the soul comes in. That's the higher part of you, the immortal self, and speaks to them and tells them what they can and can't do. Because I think everybody probably listening to this call knows they're the creator of their own reality, even if they haven't completely acknowledged it. That we create everything. So um, there's always lessons in adversity, I guess you would say. But we're coming into the end of a timeline now where we don't really need to do that anymore. We don't need to create diversity through physical challenges or disease or heartache, I guess you would say. We can evolve now on our own because we've come to a certain vibration, or at least most of us have again, where we understand creatorship. And so as you go about your day and you find yourself maybe having a judgment, you would stop. You would just quite naturally stop and say, well, this isn't appropriate. I should be focusing on love and joy and happiness and not judging another, certainly not ourselves, and moving through it with grace. So I hope that's helpful. All of this
Yeah, yeah,
happens
it
when we're
is.
in our hearts, and the crystalline matrix that connects us to our light body and to our higher self activates more quickly. It's that morphogenetic, multidimensional self that's coming back online that allows you to think about things that maybe, like, I'm going to think maybe 50 years ago, I never heard my parents or grandparents talk about star beings. I don't know if they would have if someone had brought it up, but it never came up. We never talked about that, but yet I wondered about that. Now it's common knowledge where I live. People talk about it all the time. We have a group of people, of course, that come to group classes here, retreats, boat trips, and we talk to them and with them and about them every day. It's very common to experience the myriad of different intelligent beings in the world and then connect them to ourselves as it's so appropriate. Like, for example, everyone has Pleiadian DNA. Some people are full on Pleiadian, but everybody has a certain percentage of DNA because they were part of the starseed experiment that happened 200 or 1,000 years ago. And a good resource for that is Cryon, also Patricia Cota-Robles, and our school, basically, the Whale and Dolphin School, where we teach that and help people remember the creation story. So I think it's important. But you have to be ready. I mean, if you're happy in your life and you're going about your day and you're not really concerned with where you're from in the galaxy, it's okay. There's no pressure. Lots and lots of people want to know about it. And the whales are here to access what we call the Akashic Records, which is your recorded journey of your soul over every lifetime, and help you come back into remembrance of who you are. And at that point, the star family or families that you've connected with before you came to Earth, that's their sign to step in and begin to help you. Once again, they have to have permission to do that. And the whales are, just blazing a trail of love for this to happen, for us all to reunite through the great power of love.
Yeah. Beautiful. Thank you so much, Laurie.
Yeah.
And also, you mentioned you would like to share a presentation with our audience.
I would. Okay, I'm going to share the screen, and I'm going to show you, to begin with, a little video clip that's from our film called Ascension Guidance, Living in Your Sacred Heart. And it's about the dolphins and whales. So let me share here. Okay, it says you have disabled screen sharing, so you have to give me permission. And I think you can do that by going to participants.
Oh, I thought.
Not sure how it is on your end.
Yeah, they changed recently. They changed the interface. I'm just checking it. It's very different than before. Screen mode. Because normally with other speakers, it gives me like a pop-up to give permission.
I'll try again.
Can you try again?
Not yet. It says I'm disabled by the host.
One moment. Okay, I made you as a co-host. Can you try now?
Okay.
Can you try again?
Yeah, here we go.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Just a little video.
This is a message from the Whales and Dolphins for humanity. The dolphins are emissaries of light and work closely with the Pleiadian beings to assist everyone in becoming a conscious creator. The dolphins can assist you in going deep within yourself to find the truth that lives within your heart. The dolphins ask us to connect with the divinity within ourselves and truly connect with our souls. They remind us that the soul is the consciousness that we incarnated from and that which we will ultimately return to. Our physical bodies are just an expression of that part of us that embodies a higher power and consciousness. Our souls want nothing more of us in the physical than for us to be happy and live a joyful and magical life. It is only through creating joyful feelings that we can achieve a higher vibration and can truly connect to and communicate with our higher selves. So the dolphin's message is quite simply to become aware of how easy it is to monitor our thought forms and just choose to change them if we find our thoughts anything other than joyful. Simple, but profound. Remember, to think is to create, and we are the creators and co-creators of the world in which we live. The universe is one living, breathing, conscious being, demonstrating interconnectedness and oneness. The incarnated whales are an example of the all-loving, all-knowing consciousness that came to planet Earth to be a steward for Gaia and for humanity. As a species, the whales and dolphins are the most spiritually and intellectually evolved souls in our world, and they anchor the light beamed to Earth from distant sources. Using their living light fields, known as the Merkaba, they align with the frequency and resonance of Gaia, or Mother Earth. The whales have held the highest incarnated vibration on the planet for eons, and also hold the resonance or frequency that is the heartbeat for Gaia. We would not have survived these many years if the whales had not chosen to use their vibration to balance and steady our beautiful planet. The end of polarity or duality is nearing. The responsibilities the whales have held for humanity is now being shared with many humans as we awaken to our true selves and choose to take our power as children of Creator Source. We are reclaiming the true dreaming state of the living heart. This is true creatorship. What this means is that through exercising intentional evolution, we are entering into a time when thoughts will manifest very quickly into our dimensional realities. Because many of us have chosen to awaken to the truth of our soul's journey and become conscious creators, we are now able to connect with the super-sentient, ancient cetaceans we call the whales. The whales are the ancients, the elders, and are the greatest healers we will know throughout our many journeys and lifetimes upon this planet we call Earth. The whales ask you to call upon them often to realign your auric fields and your organ systems. They remind you of the phrase, "Ask, and you will receive." It is their honor to assist us, and they come in joy and in a state of bliss that can best be described as living in oneness with all that is. The dolphins and whales intend that you will find great love and joy in your heart each day and find a way to share it with another.
So I hope you enjoyed that. We're going to
Yeah,
look at
that was wonderful. Yeah.
a PowerPoint now. Do some inner work here. So welcome to Whale and Dolphin Energy Medicine, which is basically, a description of what we do about cosmic truth. Let's see if I can get this to close here. There we go. So I am a voice for the whales and dolphins. I'm a universal channel and often called Standing Whale Mother. That title was given to me by the Native Americans when I was living in Mexico. This picture was taken in San Francisco. This whale was tangled up in nets, and the divers cut the whale loose. And look at the gratitude, so much love and appreciation for working together. So this is one of the signature channels that I've got. The whales tell me that it's coated in light, so allow the words to come into your body and see if you can feel the vibration. Beloved humans, we are your elders, and we are the molecular librarians of Earth's history. We embody conscious creation, and we have the experience and intention to assist you with core level healing. It is our intention to assist humanity in claiming your mastery and restoring your physical forms to radiant health. As you awaken your dormant DNA, you will naturally evolve into awakened geniuses. You will then live and create from your hearts in communities across the globe where you change the outdated and broken structures of medicine, of education, government, and sustainable living. Connect with us now, and we will accelerate your intention to evolve. We are solution energy. We are the great whales, and we represent the cetacean nations of Earth, and we are cosmic creators. Just 2 paragraphs, but it says so much about them, what they're here to do. So for me, people ask me, how did you become telepathic? And I'll say, this is a short story here, interspecies communication. For me, expanded when I'm living on the beaches out in Baja, Mexico. I started there in 95. Master Puddah taught me to talk to the dolphins. And, like I said, I was out there every day in dolphin school for a while until I could sort of master what they were telling me. 3 dolphins visited me every day, and they taught me that they are the emissaries of joy. One of my memories is, if you've been down to Baja, there's a toll road that goes right along the beach, goes all the way down to Ensenada, basically. And I lived about 20 miles north of Ensenada. So anyway, if I'm on the toll road and I was driving, one of the dolphins would swim in the ocean next to my car. It was so much fun. Like, so excited to travel with me as far as he could in the ocean. And then when I'd come home, he'd be there. Same thing. He'd travel with me till we get back to the house. They are so filled with love. So then the humpback whales came and they asked me to begin the healing sessions for people. And together, just experimenting on my friends. In the beginning, we created the whale and dolphin energy light medicine. And I was just doing what they asked me to do, and people just amazing. We call it the miracle zone. People got well. All kinds of physical and emotional healings began to happen very, very quickly. So John Lilly was one of the great pioneers in the 60s, and he said communication with the whales and dolphins is the greatest achievement the human race can aspire to. And I actually believe that. I believe that. So thanks, John Lilly. So for 24 years, I've been in service to the collective consciousness of the whales and dolphins of Earth and of Sirius B. It has brought me much wisdom and great joy to partner with them. I channel and share their messages and have created what is now known as dolphin and whale energy light medicine. Thousands of people have received these healings, and we have seen many accelerated emotional and physical healings. So we offer personal healings if you're interested in courses. We speak on shows like this and just sharing the good news, to become a professional certified whale and dolphin energy light practitioner is possible in our school. You can read about it on our website. The great whales come to us when we summon them, bringing their vast energy field of light. They descend in their living light field over your home when we're working with the healing. And in this case, they're descending over everyone's home because they're working with a group of you. And the processes work in person and long distance equally well. Okay. So when they come, I see first green light, which is alpha. Some of you know that, like Archangel Raphael. And then the violet flame comes in, the royal purple light. And this is the light that heals at the subatomic level very quickly. Some people associate the violet flame with like Saint Germain and Archangel Zadkiel, and that's okay. But the humpback whales actually are the violet flame, and not a lot of people know that. They actually are. So by creating green healing light or alpha waves, and by sharing their personal energy, which is the violet flame, and theta waves occur. So you can summon the violet flame and the whale energy without even going to the ocean. It just comes to you. It's their beautiful gift that will help you feel so much better. The whales and dolphins are the living portions of the Earth's grids. They contain the history of the Earth as Akashic record librarians and are sacred for that reason. So this is the etheric crystalline grid over the planet, and every soul has a triangle in the grid itself. And so it's kind of, if you explore grids, it's kind of a fun thing to do, is to go into your personal triangle and sit there and then bring in the whales and dolphins to be with you and start doing energy work on the planet. So incredible. So the mother white whale, we call her Wataki'i. She says the dolphin and whale energy medicine creates a crystalline matrix in the human form, activating dormant DNA and allowing you to carry more light, preparing us for ascension. The humpback whales create sounds that access the quantum DNA within your form. This is the multidimensional self we're talking about. The human and the humpback whale share the same quantum DNA. This is why they can heal you so quickly. No other animals have been discovered that have the same DNA that we're talking about here. So it offers at least some level of explanation about how they do it, these accelerated healings. So when you summon the energy and the spirit of the humpback whales, they respond and come to you etherically. They have the power to clear your body of toxins and of disease, lower or negative energies, parasites. You simply have to ask. You may experience an accelerated change or growth and a deeper connection to your soul. The healing processes will assist you in moving into higher states of consciousness and in raising your vibration. Okay. A little history here. The white whale codes. Ramachandra and Judith Moore channeled a message from the cosmic white whales in 2011. And this happened at the Star Knowledge Conference at that time. I think it was in Cahokia, Illinois. And some of you may know Grandma Chandra. She's a telepath. She was born into a disabled body. So she speaks through other people like me and like Judith when she has a message to give. So as far as I know, she was the first person to receive the message that the white whales were going to come back to the earth. And then Master Puddah came in and told us the 13 white whale creator gods would return to earth on March 3rd, 2012, through the Stargate in Hawaii. And at that time, I didn't know about the Stargate. So I was surprised and, excited at the same time. And I called a lot of people like Judith and Grandma. And everybody said, no, we have to go. We have to go to the Stargate. And so it was a big retreat. We had 68 people go, and we hooked up with the kahunas on Kauai. And the ones from the Big Island and also Maui came also to be a part of the ceremony. So all 13 white whales did return, and they exist here now on Earth to assist us in creating our life in peace, in harmony, and love. So I channeled the cosmic names of the whales from 2012 to 2013. In 2023, 3 new white whales have come to our planet. So the joy continues that have brought us new templates to create light body. So there's a lot more to the story, but this is the short version of it and how they came to the planet. This is the first white whale that appeared in Australia, and they call him Migaloo. But this whale to me represents the energy of the mother whale. There's a feminine energy. So beautiful. So in order to meet them and also to ask them to, if you're willing, to begin to work on you wherever you are in the world and on your physical body, I'm going to call them in by name. The names that were first given were in the Lakota language, partially because we were in, working with Native Americans during the conference, and also because there's a portal that they use to come in Rosebud, South Dakota, which is on Lakota land. So they're honoring of the Lakota people. So the first one is Mobian. I want you to visualize standing in the circle, and you're in the middle of the circle. And then the whales are going to come in and stand like, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. And they're going to come in standing upright with the tail down and the head up. And in their light bodies, they're very large, like 15, 20 feet tall. So they're going to be on the outside of your house, radiating their light into your house where you are. So starting at 12 o'clock, let's welcome Mobian. Moving to 1 o'clock, let's welcome Tristel. And now welcome Agoron. And now Lavaniel. Beautiful, aren't they? Welcome Sira. Welcome Raphael. Welcome, Trajur. Welcome, Andorophon. Welcome, Hathorion. Welcome, Ki-Ikoa. Welcome, Kinton. Welcome, Sunra. And once again, the energy of the Mother Well, Wachaki. So welcome the 12 wells that are standing in a circle around you in your home now. And just take a breath, close your eyes, and feel the energy radiating right into your heart. If you're not feeling it, it's because you didn't give permission. So be sure to do that, to ask them to come to be with you today. Now, October 2023, this is, as far as we know, the first white whale that was actually born here on the planet as a baby. The others just walked in. There's no baby pictures. There's no, growing up pictures. There's only the whales that just walked into adult bodies in their white whale form. Now, this is the first baby. Now, she'd be about 2 years old. This is Glacia. She's a walk-in. She's like a matriarch. She's so beautiful, so wise. And welcome, Wei Lun. Wei Lun has been sighted lots of times now in the Costa Rica area. And once again, he's a walk-in. He's super friendly. And he really likes to write. If you have the urge to sit down and write a whale message, it's probably coming through Wei Lun. Not necessarily for sure, but he does like to be the author. He likes to communicate with people. Welcome, Wei Lun. So these are the templates that were given to me over a period of 8 years. So if you work with the dolphin and whale energy, we always do the physical body first, and then we record it for you so you have the opportunity to come back and use it as many times as you choose. Sort of like we think of taking a shower. Once you've learned to take a shower, you're going to want to take a lot of showers in your life. Keep the body really clean, the operating system's clean. And then if you choose the path of discovering how to create your light body in partnership with the whales, these are not done in order. They're done in accordance with what the whale thinks is best for you, or what your higher self thinks is best for you. And we work on different parts of the DNA and the operating systems, but they're all amazing. Absolutely amazing. It's kept me, excited and busy for many years now. So if you'd like to participate, this is a short version, of course, of what we do, but it will give you some wonderful energy. So you're going to read this out loud wherever you are, and you're going to read it from the heart, not just the words. You need to read it from the heart, okay? Okay, together. I ask that I now be taken into alignment of my highest light. As I connect with the cosmic white whales and my I am presence, I recognize myself as divine empowerment, love, and wisdom. I remove all veils of illusion and step now into my personal power through my I am presence, soul, and star families of light. I ask for the assistance in my healing in this human body. Once again, take a breath. Feel that energy coming into your body. Together, I ask for and welcome a new vibration and level of Christ consciousness in my human body. I ask Creator, the great whales and dolphin emissaries of light, for divine dispensation here and now today. I attune to my multidimensional self. So you may or may not be aware, but Master Seth and the angels I work with teach us that we have 12 aspects to the Oversoul, or the monad. So you are one of 12. But when the whales work on you, they work on all 12 aspects, even though you don't necessarily know where they are or who they are. They work on the totality of your soul, which they call the Avatar Blueprint. So we're going to take a moment now for you to either telepathically or out loud in words speak directly to the white whales now and tell them what you'd like to have happen today or in the future. As you make the connection, speak from your heart. They're listening for your intentions. They're connecting to your soul. And again, they want you to speak from your heart. So I'm going to be quiet for a minute here and let you state directly to these great whales what you would like to see happen. Okay. Hopefully everyone feels very connected now. We started a dialogue and the healings begin. This is some wonderful information if you don't already know about it. Japanese scientist Dr. Emoto photographed the structure of water living in Tokyo, and he proved that water is conscious. The water is actually sentient and alive. And you can tell he photographed the crystalline structure. Look at the water molecules in the presence of compassion, gratitude, wisdom, and look at the structure of the water molecules with heavy metal music, the words like kill you, cruel. I mean, it's no wonder people don't feel well when they're angry or they're upset, because look what happens to the molecules in their body, they collapse. And it's no wonder people feel good when they're feeling gratitude and compassion for others. So prior to this work that he did, people would come to me and they would say, well, how does it work? And I'd say, I don't know. I just know it does. Well, now I know some science behind it here. Dr. Moto and Dr. Todd Ovakaitis, he's here in California, and he's part of the Cryon team. He used the humpback whale songs in their experiments to successfully clear the filthy and toxic Japanese tap water. Dr. Todd said the water was so filthy that it was green. And even the song Amazing Grace didn't make much of a difference. But when they put on the humpback whale songs, look what happened to the water crystals. The whales revealed their true abilities. Only the whale sounds could clear the toxic water. Star tetrahedron crystals formed as the whales returned the water to pristine clarity. So the star tetrahedron is the molecule of the light body. It's also known as Merkaba, there's a lot of names for it. Okay, the whales have told us that their songs are the songs of creation, and they bring us the most powerful healing sounds available. So I always tell people to play whale sounds in your home, play them in the background when you're sleeping, play them in the car, play them for your animals, and just watch how everything gets better. Just amazing. The simplest thing. So we're going to read these affirmations to further raise our vibration, and we're going to use a visualization. So the first time you say, I am that I am, you want to ground yourself into the earth. Visualize that. The second time you say, I am that I am, you want to connect to the sun and beyond, to source light. And the third time you say, I am that I am, you can touch your heart and come into your heart. So this is the full vibration of triangulation, which creates 0 point and moves us out of duality. Okay, so the first time is the earth, Second time is the sun. The third time is the heart. Okay, and we speak from the heart. I am that I am. I am that I am. I am that I am. I am love. I am love. I am love. I am power. I am power. I am power. I am wisdom. I am wisdom. I am wisdom. I am the light of our Mother, Father, God. I am the light of our Mother, Father, God. I am the light of our Mother, Father, God. I am all that I am. I am all that I am. I am all that I am. So be it, and so it is. So be it, and so it is. So be it, and so it is. And lastly, just let yourself rejoice now and feel the joy that comes from connecting with the elders. Okay, this is LaurieReyon.com is our website. This is a picture of the Merkaba that's been cleaned and whitewashed with celestial light and whale energy. Beautiful. Okay. So if everyone wants to just sit back and relax and close your eyes, it's even advisable if you have a scarf or a blindfold to put over your eyes. And we're going to do a meditation and healing. Just to go off. There we go.
This is a whale guided meditation. We, the great whales of your beautiful blue oceans, invite you now to come with us on a journey into the cosmic heart. We are the ancient of the ancients, and we are the soul of the souls. We are your past, and we are your memories. We are a group consciousness joined together with you now in our hearts. We link with you now to create the future for healing and ascension of Mother Gaia. Let us go deep into the womb of our Mother Gaia and see that all that truly exists is deep and all-encompassing love. Let us feel this expanded and eternal love. This is love that is for each of us and for all of us. Let us feel the love that called us forth from Source to answer and lovingly come and experience creation and life here on beautiful Gaia. Let us enter the library of the Akashic Records together, where we can remember the truth of who we truly are. Each of us is a great and powerful spiritual being who is deeply connected to our Creator. We are extensions and representatives of the divine love of creation. Let us seek the truth of our origins, our choices, and our many, many lifetimes of love and service to this wondrous earth experience. We, the whales, were the first beings to incarnate upon planet Earth. We, the whales, are the molecular Akashic librarians of Earth's evolution. What we refer to as the Akashic Records lives in the oceans of planet Earth. The information is stored in the water molecules and contains the records of every journey, of every soul, over every lifetime. Because water is never destroyed, only recycled, Earth's entire history remains safe in our ocean archives. Let us enter the library of the Akashic Records together, where we can remember the truth of who we truly are. Each of us is a great and powerful spiritual being who is deeply connected to our Creator. Each of us is greatly honored and loved for making the decision to come to this beautiful blue planet. Each of us is loved for making the choice to consciously forget who we truly are when we were born in this lifetime. Each of us is now encouraged to connect with the whales as we make the conscious choice to remember who we truly are. Remembering who we really are is an important choice for each of us at this time in Earth's evolution. We, the whales, are here now to communicate with you and assist you in seeking the truth of your being. It is important to now reach for the knowledge that is held in the Akasha. Once there was a time to consciously forget who you truly are, in that you would participate and create from that place. But now, by divine design, it is time to remember. Source Energy has asked us, the whales, to assist you, the humans, in remembering who you are. Now is the time to begin to create from a place of consciousness and to experience the truth of why you chose to be here today. In this quest for self-awareness, we can together identify ourselves as beings who value love above all else. We are coming to know ourselves as vibrations of love, and in doing so, confirm our belief in peace. We are also remembering our world and our beautiful Mother Gaia in a new light. Let us choose to gather with like-minded people and begin to take back the conscious control of our environment. Let us remember the power of our thoughts and feelings, as we are powerful creators, and together we will co-create a new world in which to live. Let us join together and use the power of intentional evolution to remember. And together, joined in love, let us now create in peace, harmony, and unity consciousness with every feeling, every desire, every thought, every word, and every action. The universe is one living, breathing, conscious being, and we are interconnected to our universe, to our planet, and to each other through the vibration of that which we call love. We, the whales, anchor the vibration of love that is beamed to Earth from distant sources. We now, in this meditation, join with you to anchor this love vibration together. We now align and synchronize our heartbeats with your heartbeat. Feel your heartbeat now. and consciously join your rhythm with ours. Now imagine and sense your living light field merging with the light fields of we the whales. Now imagine and sense us joining our pulse and rhythm with that of Gaia, our beautiful Mother Earth. Here, we find harmony in our joined rhythms and living fields of color and sacred geometry. Here, we find an all-encompassing feeling of peace, and we find our own personal sense of purpose. Now come with me as we journey back through the cosmic heart to the heart of our Creator. Let us visit our beloved Creator and remember the love that is the origin of our source. Let us claim the true dreaming state of the living heart of the cosmos. We awaken to our true creatorship and to the truth of our soul's journey. We now claim our heritage as children of Creator Source. We are holy. We are sacred. We are divinity embodied. We are love, and we are light. We are truly one heart and one love. And so it is.
All right, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope everyone's feeling better, receiving all that beautiful love from the whales. Mhm.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Laurie, for the presentation and meditation. Yeah, and everyone would love to hear your feedback. How was your experience? And also, if you have questions, you can raise your hand by pressing react or reaction on Zoom, then raise hand. Also on the phone, you can press *9 and you can type your questions on the chat boxes. We already have some questions received. I would like to take maybe a couple of minutes, Laurie, to talk about the program you are offering. And then after that, we focus on the audience questions. So I will be sharing the link on the chat boxes, and you can also click on the special offer button, which is on the live events page and the replay page. And it is yourdivineuniqueness.com/Laurie and number 31, LAURIE and 31. So yeah, Laurie, I would love if you can tell us about these workshops.
Are you bringing it up on your screen, or should I do it?
I will share it on my screen. Give me a moment. Can you see it? Hello, can you see it? Laurie?
I can see it. I can see
Okay.
it says 8 of our most popular workshops
Yes.
and 4 CD audio downloads. So the first workshop is called Activating the Pineal Gland. I spend a large part of my day working with people individually in session work and in classes to activate the third eye. Again, I don't believe there's a process that it's really being taught in school. You know, most people's pineal gland or third eye is pretty shut down. It's never been acknowledged or activated. And in my experience, if you don't work from the heart, which is, you know, the expression of love, it just doesn't activate. It stays dormant. If you're in your mind, you know, and you're trying to work through life or make decisions from the mind, I think you're just going to be sort of sad and dismayed because the mind isn't capable of making decisions that are based on love. That's always been the part of the heart, is to follow that vibration. The mind is powerful for many things. You know, it runs the organ systems and the blood through the veins, and it's a data bank. It stores information, but it's not meant to be sentient or thought of as sentient. So when you're in your mind, it's pretty much, you can say, "Oh, I have a great idea," and then the other part of the mind, because it's polarized, will say, "No, you don't. You're stupid." You'll say, "I can do it," and the mind will say, "No, you can't." You know, and you could be in that vibration a whole lifetime, which is, you know, talking yourself into and out of things. So nothing is really manifesting. But when you're in your heart and you run the purity of the prana from the heart up to the third eye, it does start to activate. And it's like somebody who wants to be like say a marathon runner. You start out slow and pretty soon you're running, and then pretty soon you're running several miles. And pretty soon you're very efficient at it. And you're starting to have full on communication with your guides and your animals and your angels. And I believe that this is everyone's birthright to do that. So that's one of the things that this workshop's about, is moving you into that vibration. Okay. And I've been working with dragons now for about 3 years. One of the dragons that I'm working with appeared by my pool when I was swimming a while back and asked me if I would represent them. And it started out with me understanding that there were 22 golden dragons that were in Hollow Earth, and that they were wanting to awaken and begin to work with the public, with the people, for so many wonderful things. And that led me then to working with some other realms of dragons, the mother dragon, Sarah Jessica, and Zephram, who's one of the mentors. So people have really enjoyed the classes. They've been sort of pioneering on my end. And what's coming up for me, if you get on our mailing list, is that we're creating now an academy of dragons, dolphins, and DNA, where it all works together for your greater benefit. And the dragons are just filled with wisdom, and they love to work with the dolphins. So anyway, this is one of the first classes I did, and it was really popular, really helpful, and gets you connected to the truth. You know, some people believe that dragons are negative beings, I guess, or dark or scary. That's not true at all. Not true in my world at all. They're benevolent, and they're depicted as having like scales and scary looking, you know, and that's not true. They're actually avians, and what looks like scales on their body are feathers. So there's quite a bit of difference in the dragons I work with than those that are portrayed through, you know, evil connotations of what they might be. Uh, they've been wisdom keepers on our planet from the beginning, and they've been keepers of our DNA, and they work good, you know, beautiful souls. When this is interspecies communication, again, working with your ability to communicate with the pineal gland again, and the heart, and practicing with animals. Animals are really great to practice with when you're wanting to say, I want to restore my telepathy, because they're so willing, they're available. You know, they don't have a lot of karma, they're not busy, they don't have a job to go to, you know. And so this is a picture of Puddah and my other cat, Sam, and both of them were great teachers. They've both passed over now, but they're just wonderful teachers. They work in spirit now. So this is a great class for anybody who wants to work with their ability to communicate with animals. And here it goes into the same topics, but this time with angels. Angels are all around us, they surround us. And then there's your guides. Everyone has 3 guides. So if you want to communicate with these celestial ones, this is a great class for you, where you can connect to them and work with them, and they come to you and they work with you. And the communication is vital. I would tell you that most people have angels surrounding them, but they're kind of sitting on the couch because you are not interfacing with them. You're not talking to them. You're not giving them permission to work with you. And for those of you that are, good for you. I'm sure your life has changed since you started communicating with the angels that are around you, because there's a limit. They can't take free will away. They can't make you do anything, but they can work right alongside of you doing great research and teaching you so many things if you'll allow for it. So we love the angels. And here's a fun class on manifestation. Manifestation, of course, is a result of the things that you desire and how to sort of follow a flow chart to manifest. Sometimes we get in our own way when we're creating something, and this class is to help you get out of your own way and use the power of love and the prana, again with the 3rd eye, to manifest the things that you want. It's about an alignment, and it's about changing your belief system to knowing that it's possible. So this is a fun class. I think everybody should take this. Okay, and so for 25 years now, 26 years, I've worked with the energies of Lemuria. Lemuria is the first golden age. When you think of Lemuria, many people think of the islands of Hawaii. Other people think of Mount Shasta, the Cook Islands, Tahiti, Bali, and all of those are all part of Lemuria. So this is when we lived in a 5th dimensional frequency, and we're very telepathic at that time. We worked with the star beings. We worked with the dolphins and whales. So reconnecting to those memories can be really helpful in this lifetime. Really helpful and fun too. Really fun. Okay. And we come into a workshop here that's 4 weeks. This has gotten so much feedback on this. Is 4 weeks of really delving into who the whales are. The different species of whales, what they're here to do, how they're here to help you, how to communicate with them, how to learn from them, and just bring them into your lives. So this is so great. I was talking to a lady the other day, and she said, I so look forward to coming home from work and putting on one of the Whales of the World workshops, And she said, over time, my husband was in the kitchen, and he said to me the other day, he said, aren't you going to put on that whale thing? He was listening too. She was so happy that he was getting it too. So yeah, it's really fun. And this is the same thing, but this goes into the more like what we did today, what we call whale and dolphin energy medicine, working with the powers that they have to change our DNA, to change the substrands in our DNA, to change the vibration, and to help us move into core level healing. So it's like a mini version of the school. Okay. Then we have 4 CD downloads. I guess they don't really call them CDs anymore. They're audio downloads. This is a lot of messages from the great whales and dolphins to empower you and to feel their wisdom and their advice. And the second one is called Meditations with the whales and dolphins, and there's 4 of them. We did one of them today. Guided meditations that take you into a beautiful place where if you lie still and you listen to one of these, and the whales and dolphins can come in and work on you and really help you, broaden your understanding and take you deep into your own core level healing. And this is a CD companion to our movie. If you want to see our movie, it's called Ascension Guidance, Living in Your Sacred Heart. And on our website is a place to sign up to get our emails, basically our newsletter. And you can sign up, and when you do, you get the movie for free. We email you the movie, and this is a companion guide that goes with the movie, because the movie is filled with messages on how to raise your vibration, and the script was written by Master Puddah and the Dolphins and the Whales. So this goes with it, and it goes into more detail on all the different clips on ways to raise your vibration and work with spirit. This is a fun CD. This is more intermediate for people who are working with, at some level, with the light body. It's got beautiful prayers and poems, messages from the Dolphins and Whales. And it's just awesome. It's got a time travel workshop on there. Kinds of great stuff, I think, for people who are on a spiritual path would really enjoy what this is about. Okay.
Yeah, that was the last item. Yeah, thank you, Laurie, for putting together this package for our audience. And yeah, so yeah, everyone, you can find it on the link yourdivineuniqueness.com/Laurie and 31. yourdivineuniqueness.com/Laurie and number 31. LAURIE and 31. The link also on the chat boxes on YouTube, video description, and also on the website on the live events page and the replay page.
So the whole package is $144, which is about 80% off of the regular retail price if you were to buy those classes and CDs. So it's a deep, deep discount.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
And
Sue has her hand up at the top. Do you see that?
Yes, I was going to read the question and then go to her. There's Erica. I am in Florida on vacation and occasionally see dolphins in the Gulf. Do they have a message for me?
It would be helpful if we could have you come on, and we can see your face and I could look into your eyes.
Unmute yourself, Erica.
Yeah. Can you come on so we can see you?
Hello.
Hello.
Here I am.
Yeah, there we go. So you're going to connect with them around you. They're talking about you feeling worthy, about you feeling empowered, connecting to, as Monsef would say, your divine uniqueness, to the spiritual being that you truly are, and not holding back or hiding behind anything, just stepping out and feeling worthy. Does that resonate for you?
Yes.
About being optimistic about your dreams coming true. Because remember, we are the creators of our own reality. So the only way something that you want could not come true is if you block it. No one else is blocking it, is what they're saying. So same thing with fear. Master Cat Puddah used to say, if you're afraid of something, go look in the mirror, because the only thing you're really afraid of is you and what you might actually do with all this beautiful light that God has given you. So to not shrink back when you see the power that you actually have, and to feel, super great about moving forward. So thanks, Erica.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Erica. And so can you please unmute yourself?
Hi, Seth. Hi, Laurie. Hi, Laurie. I have to be on the phone because I'm sight challenged and I can't see the computer to raise my hand and stuff, and my husband isn't here right now to help me, so he puts me on the phone. I had an experience maybe about 15 years ago. I was up in Connecticut at Mystic Harbor, and we were in the aquarium, and there was this white, I guess they're a beluga whale. He followed me around the whole tank. And I'm like, why you keep staring at me? And it was like I could feel him just looking at me, like he was trying to tell me something. Then we went upstairs. Doesn't he follow me up there? And I'm going, good, you're going to get caught in stuff. Don't go back off. And he just came and looked at me. And I said, well, I got to go now. Bye. I'm wondering if now he's my guide, because the other day I thought of him again, and I could picture him in my mind's eye. And I've been seeing a lot of purple and green this whole week. And even now, as we were talking about the whales, the purple showed up. Do you know if maybe now he's a guide and he knew what was going to happen with me and he's guiding me now?
You're talking about a beluga whale that was in an aquarium?
Yes, because now I think of him in the last couple of weeks that I've been seeing purple.
The last couple of weeks, what?
Hmm?
Can you repeat the last part? What happened in the last couple of weeks?
I've been seeing the purple and the green. Like you said, dark green is Raphael and purples could mean the whales. And I see the combination. And right now, when you did the meditation with the whales, the whole room was this deep purple and it's been stained purple.
Beautiful, beautiful. Well, beluga whales in my world are very, very high vibration. They have in no way given their permission to be in captive care or human care. They never agreed to it. So for the most part, they're incredibly unhappy, frustrated, very difficult for them to be in human care.
Right.
But the whale is, in the sense, looking at you now and asking for people to do whatever they can to help get them set free, to be a friend to them. They're really, really suffering. Same with the big cats in the zoo. They're animals that are not meant to be caged up or put into, I would say, human care. Other animals have agreed to do it, but usually it's for a limited time. When I talk to the dolphins that are in human care, they say we'll usually agree to 7 years, and then we want to be set free. We don't want to live our whole life in human care. But there's an energy of friendship. There's an energy of, seeing a new dawn for our planet where we wouldn't take the freedom away from a dolphin or a whale that doesn't want to be in captivity, or any other animal for that. And you have to kind of trade places with them. What would it be like for you if they took you and put you in a cage?
I know. I agree. I could feel like it's sadness. Yeah. But I thought maybe...
I used to go to SeaWorld a lot. I even worked there for a time. But I'm so sad when I'm there. And when I look at the beluga whales that are there, I can't stop crying. It's just overwhelming sadness. The tank is very small, and they're so, so unhappy. So
yeah.
When I look at vibrations, of different animals, different species, the beluga whales they're practically not even here. Their vibration is so high. And they're not here to specifically work on us like the humpback whales are, or the dolphins are. They're here to help us in our physical forms and to teach us and to be our mentors. The beluga whales are not. That is not their purpose. They're working with the earth, and they need to be out there swimming where they can connect to the earth.
Well, can they...
I don't know if that's what you expected, but that's what I'm getting.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. But can they still be like a guide for you?
What?
Not in the sense of like an angel, but where they come around and just kind of give you information that you need at that time?
And I don't really know if I'm understanding your question. You're asking for information from the whale?
Yeah, does the whale maybe have a message for me right now that what I need to do or not do?
Regarding getting them released?
Okay.
Is what you're saying? It's really hard to hear you, so just speak up if you can.
Oh, I'm sorry. Like if they have any message for me, like as far as healing goes or the energy vibration?
For healing, you should be working with the humpback whales and with the bottlenose dolphins. And again, this is what I do for 24 hours a day, pretty much. So if you look at our website, you can read all about it. You can go to the YouTube page. There are whales that are here to help you heal, specifically you, humans. The belugas are not that whale. They're not here to do that. And I don't get personal messages from them. I just get grief and waves of tears.
Oh, okay. Well, then, when you see the purple energy, is that the humpback whales coming?
When you see purple energy, it's the violet flame. And the violet flame transmutes at the cellular level. Every cell, every molecule, every atom, every subatomic particle, every fractal. The violet flame is a gift from Sanat Kumara that he brought eons ago from Venus and gave that to the humpback whales in the ocean. And also it's stored, some people believe it's stored in the temples of Mount Shasta with Saint Germain, which I believe is certainly possible. But the humpback whales are the violet flame. So when they come to your home and they descend over your home and you're having a whale healing, your body is being cleansed and purified at the subatomic level by the humpback whales. That's their job.
Oh, they've been here all week. In fact, they were here today when you did the meditation. The minute you talked about them, I'm in like my family room, and it turned purple. And I've been having purple now for the last 2 weeks, and it just comes and goes, but it's a very intense purple, and I get the word cleanse.
Right. So. Again, it cleanses at the subatomic level, purification.
Wow. Okay. It's kind of a neat feeling.
It is.
Thank you very much for that. Much appreciated, and blessings to you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Testimonials of thousands of people that have been healed with the whales, the humpback whales. So if people want to do session work, the first one is whale healing and clearing. And it is the energy of the violet flame that comes over you in your home when we do that.
Okay. Thank you very much for all that information. Much appreciated. Thank you.
Thank you,
Manas. And blessings and lots of love to you too.
To you as well. And thank you, Laurie. We have a question from Joy. I had a strange dream not long ago. I was flying in space and a whale showed up, flying and waving hi. I was so shocked to see it there that I woke up. Could you give me any insights? What was the message, please? Thank you.
Again, I could only hear part of that. So something about flying, was it in an airplane or?
No, it was on a dream.
A dream.
And
the whale came to you
there was
in
a
the
whale,
dream?
Flying and waving hi, like saying hi.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, well, it's self-empowerment. It's about letting go of any kind of guilt or shame that you have, and remembering that we are all God's perfect children. You know, we're children of Mother, Father, God. We're here with this unique divine purpose that you're so good at explaining. And the whales want you to pay attention to that, to notice the synchronicities around repetitious signs that guide you to valuable information about who you are and what you're here to do, to empower your mission and ways for you to be working with your own health and well-being, but also to serve the earth. So it's opening up to receive, baby. Each of us opening to receive more from these great elders, letting go of any kind of guilt or shame, because you deserve it. You deserve to have the healing and the wisdom from the whales.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Laurie, and thank you, Joy. Yeah. Svetlana, can you please unmute yourself?
Yeah, hi. I would like to say thank you very much for such beautiful meditation. It was so powerful, and I saw this purple color, and I saw dolphins, and I began to cry. It was really so amazing and beautiful. And I would like to ask, because I still can't understand what it was. When I was on Drunvalo Melchizedek workshop, and it was healing each other, and we activated our Merkabas. I began to sing, and everyone in our group, they saw dolphins. And then I began, after that, I began to speak like language, and it's different languages, but in the beginning it was like dolphin. I can't explain like language, and I saw again sometimes one dolphin with close eyes, sometimes a group of dolphins. What does it mean?
Well, the dolphins and whales want to connect with you. They want to partner with you. They're all about planetary purification. and of course, individual healing. And as we said in the workshop today, they're all about helping you recalibrate your DNA. So, do you believe that you've had a lot of different lives outside of this life?
Did it mean that I was dolphin in one life long time ago as well, or it was as you said that they wanted to help me and other as well?
Yeah, as if you believe that you've had other lives outside of this life. That information is stored in your DNA. It's your own personal library. And so when dolphins come to us, they can help you, and the whales too, access that information and calibrate it for you so it becomes usable in this lifetime. Think of something that you might have studied in another life. I can think of a guy that I worked with last week. He had a session with me, and about 4 or 5 days later, he started to think about engineering. And all of a sudden he could read blueprints and things that he'd never studied in this life. So he could technically go into a job now and be an engineer or an architect, but he never studied that in this lifetime. It was in his DNA from other lifetimes. And so that was activated for him. That's just one example. So it works a lot with music and art and philosophy. A lot of people now that have worked with dolphins and whales have become very important public speakers. Others have become dancers, artists, all types of people can now play a musical instrument, and they never studied it. They just, once they worked with the dolphins and whales, they picked it up and could play it because that information was in the DNA. It's now activated. Is that helpful?
Yeah, thank you very much. And last time I saw quite often purple color when I close my eyes. Does it mean that it's also purification?
Yes, it's still the violet flame, and it clears and purifies at the subatomic level. So it's the most powerful healing energy, as far as I know, on the planet. And they carry that. The humpback whales specifically carry it. And you just did a session where you were immersed in that. They came and descended over your home and put you into the violet flame, which is their energy field. So you should be seeing and feeling it, for some time to come now. And you can call it in on your own now. Isn't that exciting?
Yeah, it's really exciting because it's the most, I agree with you that it's our creators, actually. So I believe that not just them, but beings from Sirius B and other beings, our creators. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Wonderful.
Every day I walk around my house going, blaze, blaze, blaze the violet flame. I painted my fence purple. I wear purple. I mean, I'm always clearing because I'm always working with other people and the negativity that we're healing that they have. So I'm using it probably 10 times a day. It's part of my life. It's like washing my hands.
Yeah, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Thank you, Svetlana. And thank you, Laurie. I'm not sure if you have time. We can add a few minutes to take maybe one or two questions.
I have another appointment at 1, but I can do one more.
Okay, one more. So, Kayla, can you please unmute yourself?
Hi there. Thank you so much for such a beautiful session today. I have a question, and it's about staying connected and optimistic. I know that that's the intentions of working with dolphins and whales, and I find that I'm able to ride that energy for some time, and then doubt starts to take over once I connect with my power in a big way. And you had mentioned that they're here to support us through that. How can I reach out to them for support when the doubt starts to come in? Thank you.
Well, you can go back to the recording that we did and where we did the affirmations. You remember that? Where we said, I am love, I am light, I am divinity embodied. I am empowered. I am the
So
creator.
okay,
Affirmations
awesome.
are really great to shift your vibration. Another good way is to go outside, connect with the sun, put sun on your face. If you are where you can take your shoes off, to put your feet on the earth. And what we just spoke of with the last caller, again, use the violet flame at least twice a day to clear your
Okay.
energy. And it's very fast. The mantra I use is clear every cell, every molecule, every atom, every subatomic particle, and every fractal, both forwards and backwards in time and in multidimensional realms, until it is complete. And that pretty much does it. I do what I call a unity breath in the morning to set up the energy to create 0 point in my body, which basically means if you connect with the earth and you bring the energy of the earth up through your feet and legs into your heart, and I connect to the sun, through the sun to creator, and I bring the energy of the source light down over my body into my heart, then we've got 50% of the earth and 50% of source. Then the rest of the energy is really your own connection to your soul. And if you do that in the morning and you feel that balance of energy, you're stepping into an energy that's very balanced. It's also on the Ascension Guided CD that was part of my package. There's a clip on it, and then there's an audio clip too to take you through it. So I don't want to start my day without a unity breath meditation. It takes me about probably 6 to 8 minutes to do it, but then my body is balanced for the whole day. If I skip it, I don't have the same day. And believe me, I've tried. I mean, sometimes I just didn't do it that morning, or I didn't get up in time, and then things, challenging things start to happen because I'm not in balance. So you want to create that 0 point energy throughout the day in your body. And then you're happy. I mean, you're just naturally happy. The other thing is to bless the water in your body, bless the
Okay.
food. So there's lots of ways to keep your vibration up and to stay out of any kind of judgment. Put your
Thank you
focus back
so
on the love
much.
that is yours to claim.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Thank you, Kayla. And thank you, Laurie. So thank you very much for everything you shared today, for the information about the whales and dolphins and meditation. And also thank you for the support you gave to our live callers.
For inviting me, and I had a wonderful time. I hope everyone else did too.
Yeah. Thank you. And everyone, thank you very much for being here with us today. Thank you for your presence, your energy, and thank you for the questions and comments. So we didn't have time to take all of them. Maybe the next time. So and again, you can find the program that Laurie put together for us. It's on the link yourdivineuniqueness.com/Laurie, number 31. yourdivineuniqueness.com/Laurie 31. LAURIE and 31. The link on the website, YouTube video description, and the chat boxes. Rachel, yes, thank you, Kayla, so much. Svetlana, thank you very much. Thank you again, everyone. I'm sending you so much love, and I will see you on the next call. Bye for now.
Bye for now, everyone.
Yeah, bye.